Hey there, all you farm-loving fools. Here's today's project. What we got, we're back to the generator. There's always that if you want. Just a quick go on the generator. It's hot outside. I came in the air conditioning shop here. Whew, it's muggy. We cut hay last couple days. Then it rained last night. So I can't determine if I want to rake today and try and get it baled. It might be wet. I can't chance that. It's supposed to rain again tonight. So I'll probably try hay again tomorrow. You're going to hear about me and hay and rain. They always go together for me, and that's just life. So let's get to something else, not just sit around and worry about that. The next part in this generator is putting the tires on. And when you put this is the bottom, if you're not got it, figured out. Bottom side tire here, tire's going to be down here on the bottom. That'd be the back. Anyway, these front two corners, these had rubber blocks on them once upon a time, but whoever took the wheels off it, who knows why, then it sat crooked, so they took the rubber bumpers off the front. Now, these things vibrate incredible. I mean, just nonstop. It's just the nature of the beast. And they'll sit on the floor and just walk around the garage, end up over in the corner, or they'll pull the plug out because it's a generator, or tear the plug up. You don't want them wandering around in the shop on the concrete. So I need some rubber feet for this. And I've been all over the country. Well, my country, that's 6 miles from the house, maybe 20. I can't find anything of any quality to make these out of. There's some cheap bumpers in the furniture section that wouldn't last a week. Plus, they were the kind of rubber that if you marked on the ground, they'd have a black mark. You couldn't get up. I don't know what kind of rubber that is. I'm not well versed in that kind of thing. But I want a rubber bumper for this to set on so the wheels don't wander around and not mark up the concrete. Well, I had an idea. Yep. As soon as you hear that, it's some kind of farm garbage, farm fix. They make fun of farm fixes, but check out my idea. So I was thinking, what is there around that I could make them out of? And I come up with this. That's right, a rubber hammer. Good hard rubber. It's designed to be abused. I scrubbed it on the concrete floor. It leaves a little black powder that you just blow right off. So that's not a problem. Very durable. And I was thinking when you pull this handle out, cut this in half, I would have two bumpers, $3.99. So you're looking at $2 a bumper. If I bought the one that was part of the machine, like the official one, I think it was like $49, $47. I can't remember. So there's a nail in the rubber hammer that holds the handle on. I say a nail, it's just a solid piece of rod, and then they cut it off. So if you dig in here with some pliers and pull that out, the handle come right off. Now we're going to cut it in half. That will make both our feet. Well, if you bolt the foot on like through this hole that's pre-drilled, it's already here, why not use it? If you did that, the bolt would be on the floor. So you need to countersink it too. So I got to cut it in half, drill a hole for the bolt, and then countersink the head so it doesn't scrub on the floor. Let's see if this is going to work. This is my old rubber hammer. I could have cut that one up, but I wanted to put new on here. So let me take you over there, show you what I got going on, see if we can make this work. If not, you'll know of a good idea that didn't work, and then you know not to try it. Yep, flashy. That's my camera. Let me get you moved over here. Yes, I know. Messy. I'll get caught up. Get you where you can see. How close do you want to be? You're looking at my wall, aren't you? I think you'll fit right here. No, not yet. Because I had to cut that keyway out. Sorry, that was another project. All right, that's a pretty good view for you. Here's that rubber hammer head. Well, that's hard to say. Yeah, it's black. I so are my gloves. Just bear with me. Working on cutting this in half. Let me put my glasses on. And then I should have drilled that first. Once I cut it in half, it'll be fine. Let's cut it in half. I think it'll cut really easy with this. I started and thought, let me make a video. This is just a destructive blade. It's just what I use because I destroy everything I use it on. Well, that cut easy. Oh, I think it's hollow from the handle. Forgot about that. It don't have to be perfect. It's a good thing. You're not going to see a lot of perfect on this channel. So here's what we end up with on the inside. You can see where the handle went in, and then this is that nail or rod that held the handle in. Now, I already thought of this. That might be a problem, but I don't think it is. All I want to do is cup the rest of this side out, and I think that groove will fit on that bar, and it will bolt on nicely. So we'll look into that in a minute. Let me get this half out. We'll just work on this half. Well, I'll drill it straight down. So let's go find a bolt, and let's get the drill and everything. Yep, walking you around again. I don't have one of them fancy cameras, so just bear with me. I'll try not to jiggle you too much. Not a lot of fancy stuff around out here in the shop. So over here's my bolt bin. I've been pawing around in there for something else, you know. We're gonna need a bolt. We might as well get both. Long enough for that rubber piece, and then enough thread to bolt on the end. Now, the next thing we need to be in consideration is if we use a regular bolt on that rubber, what sometimes will happen, you can't really get it tight, like metal to metal to make it stop. Plus, this thing vibrates so much, we need to be concerned about them nuts coming off. Now, this would not be a good application for a ring nut, a star nut, or star washer, ring washer, split washer. All those work off of tension. You got to smash them down so they kind of, their idea is to mess up the metal a little bit, create some burrs. And those burrs will kind of gall a little bit inside of each other and keep them from coming loose. We don't have that luxury because we're not going to be able to just crank these tight. So what you do, you come over here. In this drawer, we have these locking nuts. Now, this particular locking nut has that nylon ring in the end. It's crimped in there. And that you can tighten on the bolt here. I'll show you. And as soon as you hit that bolt, from here all the way down the threads, you can stop and it won't vibrate back out. Now, granted, that nylon will dry out in 10, 15 years, crack, and it might come loose. This is the best option we got. Other than we could Loctite it, but then you're kind of being rude to the next guy. He's got to deal with that. So we're going to need a washer. How small a washer? Well, the smaller the better because I got to countersink it in that rubber. Let's see if this fits. That's a pretty small washer. I think that's going to work good. It's just larger than the head. So that should be good. I'll just let that one fall to the floor. I'm going to need to anyway. I'll grab another one. I don't know if we talked about washers on this channel, so while I'm sitting here, I'll cover it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do everything in the world, and 99% of the time, it probably doesn't matter. But a washer is stamped by a machine out of a flat piece of steel. So it has a rounded top where it hit that metal, and the bottom will have kind of a sharper edge on it. I've always found and been told that the sharp edge goes down, the rounded on top. That way you don't have anything to scratch your hand, or it just looks nicer, it paints easier. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Let's get back to the project. Well, on our way over, I was thinking this through before I brought you guys along. So we need to drill the size of the bolt, or actually the next size bigger so the bolt will slide through. It's rubber, probably would anyway. So that's on that drill. And then we need a way to countersink this washer inside that rubber like I taught. Because we don't want this rubbing on the ground. We countersink it down inside the rubber. So I'm going to need to countersink. The best thing I can find for rubber in my shop is one of these. It's a deburr tool for the top of a hole. It just, I don't know, carves off the edge. We're going to try it. So I got my hands full of tools. Let's swing around there and see how this goes, huh? Well, it's what I do. This is my daily do. I should call this a daily do, but somebody gets the wrong idea what kind of channel I'm running. We'll stick to Farm Loving Fool, huh? Oh yeah, we're back here. Let's just see how this goes. Are you watching? I bet you are. All right, got that out of the way. So it doesn't have to be perfectly centered. You don't need to see me, do you? But I'm going to do it anyway. If it's off center, who's ever going to know or care? But I'll try to do as much in the center as I can. My point is I'm not going to spend a bunch of time centering this perfect because it doesn't matter. And for $4, it might not work anyway. All right, there's our center hole. Let's see how this works. Now, it's tapered. I would have preferred a flat, but it's rubber, so I think it'll mash down. Again, just making it work. Oh, that worked perfect. Not designed for that, but do you believe that? I've never done this before. I swear. It's my first time. That deburring tool shaved that rubber out in perfect little strips. Pretty neat. I don't know. Can you see that? Need more. I need a white backdrop. There you go. I thought that's pretty neat. All right, I look deep enough. Let's give it a test fit. Well, no. It looks perfect, but it needs to be just a tiny bit bigger. Now, I don't have a bigger one, so we're just going to kind of push it around in there. That's what I do. I'm just saying. I'm going to go a little deeper, too. Then we'll give it a little relief around the edges. Kind of chattered a little bit, but if it just took a shaving off, I don't want to get a razor blade because they slip and you get cut. And I think that'll pull down in there. Probably need a smaller washer. By the thickness of this, I'd rather go a little deep. I don't want to go all the way through, but there's a lot of plenty of room is my point. I don't want this to rub in the floor and scratch somebody's floor next year. Let's go a little deeper. We'll wobble it around and get a little wider. I mean, I'm sure that's the way it was designed. No, not at all. What do you think? I'm liking that. Except I filled my hole back up. It doesn't look pretty in there, but you can't see it. Nobody's ever going to see it when it gets put together. Oh, look at that. I'm almost flush, and I believe it'll pull down. It'll pull down quite a bit more. I'm guessing. I'm gauging. I better go more. Good thing this rubber's thick. I got a long way I can go. Sounds like I might need a new battery in this darn thing. Well, I called that right on time, didn't I? I got one right here. Don't go away. I'm ready. I closed my eyes. Oh yeah, and then when I tighten it down, it's going to go even deeper. Let me show you what I got. It sits down in that hole, not far right now, but when I tighten her down, it's going to draw that in even deeper. So we got a nice rubber foot. You can see what I'm after. We got this half round cut, which my dream is it'll fit that pipe, but that pipe's a lot bigger. Maybe it'll spread out. So what do you think we should do about cleaning this area up? I don't know. I got all kinds of tools, but nothing really designed to cut rubber. Not my thing. I could put a die grinder in there, and that's noisy though. You don't want to hear that. Let's try this saw real quick. It seemed to saw pretty easy. And then we'll go test fit it. Be ready to go on. What do you think? Right in there? I guess you could put your hand in there, but it scares me. Let's just carve on this. Let's see. Here we go. Woo! Jumped out of there. Oh, that's not bad at all. Probably should have went bigger while I was here. Why am I doing this sideways? I mean, you guys can see it better, but let me go flat on it. I'll get you in closer and show you how this is working. Not a lot closer, just a little closer. All right, we're going this way. We're trying to cut that groove out, and it seems to cut pretty. I mean, for rubber, I'm surprised how easy that cuts. Usually it fights you and bounces around too much. I want to go a little wider with this. Let's try to just scrub the teeth up on that side. Whew, should take right off on you. I didn't buy 2 of these. We should have had a backup plan, huh? Well, I got a feeling I've been doing some other stuff. Have you ever done this before? This ain't the way you're supposed to do anything, but it's what I do. Whew. Oh, and look at that. Shave it right out. This blade, the way it's twisted, there's a sharp edge on it. And soft things like this, you can use it for a grinder. You wouldn't want to do anything. Even wood would be hard, but cardboard or paper or something, rubber's pretty soft. We're just going to widen this out of tops. There's no wrong way to do it because this is my design. Oh, like anything in life, I'm sure it's been done before. I'm probably not the first person. I don't know, it's looking kind of ugly, but I got it cut all the way through. Now, I didn't think, some of you are probably thinking I should put a washer on this side too, which I thought of it. Looks like I'm going to have, oh, what do they call that? A razor's edge? A razored edge? Well, it's like a milling, sorry, my drill bit fell out. Like a milling machine. Let's go test fit it. I can't wait anymore. Grab us a bolt. First test fit, here we go. Probably should have a washer on the top too. I'll just steal that one out of the other one. I'll do 1 foot with you and 1 foot without you. Gee, wizards. You know, 1 foot over the line. Isn't that a song? All I know is God is great. Beer is good. People are crazy. All right, here we go on this part. Well, if this works, it's going to be a good video. So there's our cutout for the pipe. No front or back. Not really. Let's put it in there. Do I got any wrenches ready? Uh-oh. I misjudged the length. Probably when I pull it tight, it'll be long enough. But I don't know. I could just go with a longer bolt, but I don't like bolts sticking out, if you know what I mean. Like if you go too long right now, and it feels right, by the time I get it tightened down, you have a big bolt sticking out type of look ugly. So we'll just give this a few hits, see if I can countersink it a little more, or get it settled in, whatever word you want to use for that. See if I gained enough to get through. I don't think I did. All right, well, worst case scenario, we can put it together, get it clamped, sneak the bolt out, and put the shorter one in. So I'm going to go grab a longer one. You know where I was just going to the bolt, man. You guys were over here 10 seconds ago. I think you'd rather me not shake you around rather than, do I have a longer one? Rather than be without me. You're okay. You're not alone. I didn't go much longer, just a little. I probably should have went an inch longer, but I grabbed the next size bigger. There's already a washer in there. Try this again. Come on, I want this to work. Oh, I think we're onto something here, boys and girls. I'll show you the whole thing once I get it tightened up. What sizes are those? I don't even know. I can guess. Half? 7/16. I'm gonna need a socket too. I got all my tools right here. Let me get in front of you. Oh, I was right on the half. Double check. Half. I'll grab a half socket. Got one right here. And then we can get inside that rubber boot. Boot? Foot? Oh, just fits. Come on. Not bad, is it? Come on. Come on. Really, that's not bad. I don't know how tight we're going to do it. I'm going to go to the moon with it. There's another option with too long a bolt, too. You can get in here with your grinder or cutter, cut it off, and just make sure you don't leave a sharp edge. It's probably what I'm going to do because I don't plan on taking this apart twice. I don't know how tight ooh, I chipped my paint. Come on. But I'm thinking as soon as the bottom of that hits, only because it's going to settle over time and move around. I don't think we're going to rip that bolt through, but I would like to show you how deep it's going. I should probably turn this side, because turning that side might dig more. I don't know. Just thinking it through. I think I should probably quit right there, which means I'm going to keep going. I want it tighter. Always. I want to flip this down and show you, but when the next video comes and we do whatever we do next on this, and I get it on its feet, I'll bring you back. We'll see it. You're going to see this thing a couple more times. Ooh, that felt funny. I think I'm going to run it right down to the bottom of the thread, to tell you the truth. I'm getting scared. Let's see how deep we are. Oh, we're quite deep inside this hole. I mean, like 3/4 of an inch at least. It's on there solid. I am tickled with that, folks. I can't imagine that's going to pull through. The weight's going to be flat on the bottom. I think I did it. I'm telling you, I wasn't for sure. I was hoping we'd have a great video. That turned out wonderful. Let me get you in a little closer and then I send you on your way. You can see the rear tire, but you can't see the rubber boot. So that cutout where the handle was at went right around that rubber pipe. That bolt fit right in nice. Now I'm going to cut the extra length off the top, smooth it off. I think that's the answer, because somebody catch a foot on that. Now I might have a little black rubber sleeve that you put over the top of some of this stuff so you don't scratch your ankle. This is inside, but I am just thrilled with that fitment. That is almost like you would think I bought it to fit around that pipe. I am definitely excited. I'll do the other one by myself and you guys to yourselves as well. But now, because it all worked out, I can say this. Don't be afraid of your project. Whatever it is, give it a try. Even if you got a flashy camera. Light, dark, light, dark. Anyhow, give your idea a try. If it's only $4 to try it, give it a whirl. If it's going to be, if this idea was going to cost me $35, I probably wouldn't have tried it. But a rubber hammer, cut it in half. Come on, that looked pretty good. Once we get it started, we'll try it. But good hard rubber. It's going to last a long time. There's a project that worked well. I'm going to enjoy it now because most don't go this easy or this well. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to get the other side done, the other wheel on. We'll bring you back for more fun later. Yep, later, always later. All right, I got to go.